Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Tabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a show that's going to piss off a lot of people, but I really don't give a damn. So before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to check out the full show before it comes out today, it's streaming for free on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We have that pinned in the comments below. Let me get into this topic here. So, we've been producing a lot of LeBron shows, and now we have LeBron fans, some of them, basically counting every single video that we do. You produced for LeBron in 2 days, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I break a law here? Can I not produce what the hell I want to produce? Is this not our platform? Did we not work for this platform? Why are you telling us what we can't produce? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is the hot topic right now, and I'm going to talk about it because people want to hear about it. The same way I was talking about Kyrie Irving, the same way I'll talk about Ime Udoka, the same way I'll talk about Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, the same way I'll talk with Marcellus Wiley. I'm talking about what people want to know. It's a sports show with the hottest topics. What's so complicated about that? I don't understand now. They don't want me to talk about LeBron because, well, you don't deserve, only us. We deserve to make, to do well off of LeBron videos. But when Nick Wright and all of these guys been slandering Jordan all of these years and they're making millions on television, y'all ain't got no problem with that, huh? Y'all ain't got no problem with that. But anyway, I digress. Yesterday, no, as a matter of fact, before yesterday, I said that we should expect a full-length response for Stephen A. Smith, from Stephen A. Smith on his podcast, because Stephen A. Smith on his Stephen A. Smith show, he goes to people and he can let loose and really say what he believes, which is interesting, which is very interesting, because if Stephen A. Smith has the freedom to say what he truly believes on his podcast, that means he doesn't have the freedom to say what he thinks on ESPN. That is quite interesting. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith took to his podcast and he went to address his LeBron comments. And he spoke for about 22 minutes. And Stephen A. Smith started to systematically break down LeBron in ways you seldom see someone of his stature in media do. And I was absolutely floored by his level of candor and courage, really. Because these people will try to cancel you if you take this type of opinion. So what we want to do is we want to play some of the comments that Stephen A. Smith made yesterday on his show about LeBron James, where he really went in without any single fear. So take a listen to some of the things that Stephen A. Smith had to say here, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to that.
So my point to y'all is it fair and legitimate to say that if LeBron James hadn't gone to Miami, instead of being compared to Jordan, he would have been compared to Karl Malone? And we ain't throwing no shade on the mailman because we understand what the mailman brings to the table. So it is what it is. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here about what I'm trying to say. LeBron James owes everything to Dwayne Wade and Pat Riley. They don't win a championship without LeBron. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. But it was D. Wade that had a title before LeBron arrived. It wasn't the other way around. Y'all remember when D. Wade was in 2006 against the Dallas Mavericks? One of my producers here, Ray, you remember that? You remember that, don't you? Didn't you remember D. Wade? Remember when D. Wade spent the last 4 games of the finals against Dallas, averaging 37? 37. Took the hell over. Shaq doesn't have 4 rings. If it were not for D. Wade, he's stuck on 3. That's why he called them Flash. Alonzo Mourning never captures a championship if it were not for D. Wade. What are you talking about? What am I missing? And the same D. Wade that helped Shaq get a 4th ring, that helped Alonzo get a 1st ring, that same D. Wade is the dude who literally babysat LeBron James. I know it's not popular to say. God forbid I tell the truth. I respect the hell out of LeBron James. Ain't nobody trying to disrespect him. I'm saying we talking facts about the game of basketball. When LeBron James first arrived in Miami, he was so psychologically warped, being betrayed by former teammates for business that is none of y'all own, combined with the fact that he was a pariah because the city of Cleveland was burning his jersey in effigy, because he had departed. Little white girls and white boys and black girls and black boys crying like somebody got assassinated, when in fact all it was that LeBron James left. Remember that? Crying in the streets of Cleveland and Akron and beyond. You went to Cleveland after that for 4 years. It looked like a desert town. The economy was crashing, for crying out loud. Businesses were bankrupt and boarded up. I mean, that's what LeBron James did. And he had every right to do it. And I don't blame him. And I'll never, ever blame him for leaving Cleveland for South Beach. I'm wondering why the hell he went back. But that's beside the point, and I digress. My point is, he goes to Dallas. Forget the play for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, he never did a press conference by himself. The entire season, D. Wade sat by his side. Now, they want to tell you that the Miami Heat were concerned that there would try to be some kind of divide between the media would try to divide him and LeBron, D. Wade, and LeBron. Oh, shut the up. Nobody trying to hear that. That is not the reason. The reason is that they were not clear that LeBron would be able to stomach the level of vitriol aimed in his direction. The culture that existed in Miami protected him. It buffered him. It strengthened him internally, elevated his spirit and his intestinal fortitude. And he had his brother, D. Wade, who, by the way, was smaller in size, but much larger towards manhood than LeBron was. D. Wade was a man by the time LeBron James arrived. LeBron was growing into manhood. I don't say that disrespectfully. LeBron James is phenomenal, and he was great, but there was a lot he had to deal with. And D. Wade was that big brother. LeBron never called him a little brother. He called him a big brother because he looked up to him. And it was then and only then when D-Wade was willing to step back after that NBA Finals loss, recognizing that they were never going to win unless he handed the reins to LeBron James, because LeBron James needed to be the number one option, not D-Wade. Because LeBron James was better, because he was so elite. I'm telling you this because D-Wade said so. And not only did he say so to the public, he said it to me. See, I ain't no damn podcaster sitting behind some desk, running my mouth, and I never reported anything. I've been a reporter for 30 freaking years. I talk to people. I have sources. And be damned, how many interviews do you need to see me on camera with D. Wade to know I know what the hell I'm talking about? He told me that. So understand what transpired here. When LeBron lost to the finals, went to bed against Dallas, he was vilified and excoriated. When he came back the next season, remember that All-Star game? Remember it, Michael? Remember it, Ray? All-Star game, going up against Kobe. Kobe clapping his hands. Let's go. In an All-Star game, an exhibition with absolutely nothing to lose. LeBron James acted like he was driving into the lane at the last second and throwing the damn ball at Cam Reddish, like he did the other night. That's what he did All-Star weekend. Tried to throw the ball to Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo Anthony turned the ball over, and Carmelo Anthony and D. Wade and Kobe all descended upon LeBron James. What are you doing? It's an All-Star game. The hell you passing the ball for? Everybody wanted to see you go one-on-one against Kobe. Even Kobe got on him about that, God rest his soul. Because he was psychologically warped. He didn't have that killer in him. Regardless of what you saw in 2007 in the Detroit series, when he scored 25 straight and 29 in one quarter. Regardless of what you saw him propelling them to the finals against San Antonio before they got swept at a very young age. Regardless of all of that, the killer in him did not arrive officially until a year later when they were down 3-2 to Boston, in Boston, at TD Bank Garden, when LeBron dropped 45 and 15 and he's keeling over looking into the camera and his eyes are white and the eyes rolled up inside his head and he looked like a man possessed. Because the world, including yours truly, were there in attendance to watch what we thought would be his fall. Because once they fell down 3-2, we did not believe that they were going to go into Boston and beat KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo and the crew coached by Doc Rivers. We thought they were done. And LeBron James would have never recovered. But he performed that night, and he deserves credit for it. And his star elevated to another level thereafter, and he deserves credit for that. But not until after the culture and the brotherhood of Dwayne Wade propelled him.
So you heard what he had to say. Listen, I'm shocked. I am really, really shocked at how Stephen A. Smith is talking. It seems like he's getting fed up. It seems like Stephen A. Smith is reaching the point where he's fed up. And now he's calling it like it is. Yesterday we produced a live. And some of these guys thought that they were being slick. These guys are the masters at playing victims. LeBron and his fans. Masters of playing of victimhood. Whenever it suits them, they now pull out the victim card. And they try to act like, oh, somebody's doing something to them. Which is unreal. Because when they're ready to trash other people and other players, they don't have any issue with doing that. Which is the irony is never lost on me. That's why I don't take them seriously. They be talking, crying all of this. It's all BS. Yesterday, Stephen A. Smith was talking on this show, and he brought up a point that we had never even talked about on this channel ever. I had never produced a show on me talking about why LeBron never attended Kobe's funeral. Never. Didn't even occur to me. When Kobe passed, I was thinking about, Kobe himself, and everyone would just, taken aback by Michael Jordan's speech. And I mean, that was the thing. It was the MJ and all that was the thing. But Stephen A. Smith was talking about LeBron not being there for D Wade, how bad that looked given the role that D Wade played in his success. And then he brought up the point. Let me repeat it again. Let me say it in English. Then Stephen A. Smith, on his show brought up the point and asked the question, or was talking about how him and everyone in the NBA community were in amazement as to why LeBron didn't attend Kobe's funeral. This is what Stephen A. Smith said, who I'm 100% sure was there and knows the majority of the people that were there. That's the point he brought up. I never brought it up. I wasn't even thinking about it. And I reacted to what he said. And LeBron fans started coming at me. Oh, this is ridiculous. And I asked them, I said, so who's ridiculous? Me or Stephen A. Smith? They couldn't answer that. Then I asked them, okay, so you said all of what you said. Let me ask you, why didn't he go? No answers. Crickets. To this day, we're still waiting. Why didn't he? I said, so why didn't he attend? You know what they said? Why didn't you attend? LeBron fans, how would I have attended Kobe Bryant's funeral? How would I be invited? How would I have been invited? I don't even live in California. How would I have been there? When Kobe passed, I was in London. How could I have been there? How? Number one. Number two, am I one of the major figures in the NBA? Was I the face of the league? Hello? This is the way these guys reason, man. I let me not say something disrespectful. Anyway, my point is this. I think Stephen A. Smith is reaching a point where he's getting sick of these guys. And he's beginning to speak his mind. To me, I don't understand why you would try to make an enemy out of these guys in sports media. Shannon Sharp, Stephen, when they're the ones that control the narrative. That's the guy you want to go make an enemy out of? That's the guy? What y'all gonna do? Take away his money? He's already rich. And I think this is what these people are realizing. You see, these people are realizing their true market value. Shannon Sharp is going to make more money in the next 5 years than he would have ever made in his life playing football. He's about to make the real mega bucks. And what happens is when you start making that kind of buku money and you realize your success is not attached, is Shannon Sharp's success attached to LeBron in any way? Was Shannon Sharp not Shannon Sharp before he came on TV? Was he not his personality that he went on Undisputed and became who he is? They got him a gig on ESPN. Did Shannon Sharp not have 2 podcasts in the top 10 in the United States in the sports category? Two. Is that not Shannon Sharp? This guy's on their way up. They're on their way up. And the sooner they realize the power that they really have, the less they will give a damn about people trying to say all of this stuff. Look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, I think he signed a $100 million deal with Spotify. The next one got to be worth at least $500 million. At least. They can't stand Joe Rogan because he's not beholden to any of these news corporations, Fox News, CNN. They can't stand him because he's not going along with their game. He's an independent juggernaut that's bigger than all of these clowns. Joe Rogan gets about 11 million downloads per episode. Are you joking? Who's seeing those type of numbers anywhere in the universe? Nobody. Nobody. The moment these guys realize their power, y'all gonna be in trouble. You see, because you could threaten these people with a paycheck. But what happens when you can't threaten somebody with a paycheck? Look at Patrick Bet-David. I believe Patrick Bet-David is worth, he sold his company, I think, for what, 400 million? Patrick Bet-David has a few hundred million. Patrick Bet-David says whatever the hell he wants on YouTube. You try to cancel him, he's still effing rich. And when people get to that level, you can't intimidate them. And I think that's what Stephen A. Smith is realizing. Stephen A. Smith leaves ESPN, he goes on there, gets a $20 million deal, $30 million deal, podcast deal, whatever the hell it is he could get. I don't know, 50, whatever. You think he's not going to speak his mind? This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. And I'm going to be here all for it, covering it. The same way I would cover any other story. LeBron fans talking about you need LeBron for videos. We produced a Nia Long video that got 750,000 views. What the hell were you guys talking about? We could produce 20 LeBron videos and I get those views. What are you talking about? Like, cut it out. Y'all are corny with it now. Like, stop. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if the way I'm coming off seems the type of way, I don't care for some of these people. I don't, because some of these people, they not only do they not like the commentary we make, they now started making it personal. They started making racial slurs about me. Yes, these LeBron fans crying in the comment section. Started talking about Africans, talking about Nigerians, saying all type of racial things. It's what they do. So I'm supposed to feel a type of way about these people? Their desperation reach when they can't attack you, with sense, because they don't have any, some of them, they now take it personal. I got some jackass on the internet that stalks me everywhere I go. This guy went to my LinkedIn profile. I don't know how he even found my LinkedIn. He went there snooping around my profile. Yes, snooping around my profile. I got some idiot every day I wake up, he's tagging me to LeBron posts on Instagram, talking about Nigerians, you say all of this stuff about Nigerians. My brother, you would never in your life step in Nigeria for 5 minutes and say something. You would be eaten alive in 5 minutes. You wouldn't make it out the airport. All of that gully talk you doing, go to Nigeria, get off a plane and start saying that in the airport. Let's see if you make it outside the airport. Let's see you make it outside the airport. You talking about I'm sitting here comfortably in Nigeria. You're sitting wherever the hell you are in the States, comfortably talking what you talking. Talking about Nigerians. You never even ran across Nigerians. You never even did. You would never in your life go around a group of Nigerians. Never in your life say that. In your life say that. You could not step foot in Nigeria for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And say what you're saying about Nigerians without somebody rocking your jaw. For 5 minutes. These people resort to racial slurs. LeBron fans. So that's why I ain't got no regard for some of you. Racial slurs. Because I talked about their Messiah. I ain't got nothing for you. You can say whatever the hell you want about Nigerians. Whatever. You can say whatever. All I know is that Nigerians are money makers. Richest black man in the world is who? I'll leave it to y'all to figure that out. Catch you on the next one. Peace.